Hello everyone and welcome back to Sonic Adventure 2 with Chaos Counseling. And I'm gonna mess... That sound is really loud. Hold on. Yeah, that sounds a lot better. So, last time we beat this, the hero story, did a little of the dark story, and did some Chao stuff. So, we're gonna keep going on the dark story, and I did also do a little stuff in the Chao Garden on my own time. Nothing really too crazy, and you'll see what we achieved just when we get to that point. But yeah, let's keep going with the dark story. Well, okay, I guess the mixing in this recap is better than it is in some of the cutscenes. But I'm still... Again, I'm really glad there's subtitles, because I cannot hear what he's saying. Return to the hidden base.
Those idiots will never find my hidden base inside this pyramid.
I'm just going to throw this out there. Even if they don't find it, the fact that they're all waiting outside it means they know you're here, if nothing else, you idiot. So, you're still kind of boned, man. So, it's kind of funny. Between now and the last time I played this, so I was given, what do you call it? It's basically like a handheld emulator, that has like emulators built onto it that, go back quite a ways. I think like the newest console it can emulate is the 3DS, but it goes like all the way back to like the classic Nintendo, as well as it has like several of the PlayStation consoles and Sega consoles. And one of the consoles it had is the Dreamcast. So I'm like, oh, I actually booted up Sonic Adventure 2 on the Dreamcast, because I remember way back in the day, like, so I've never owned a Dreamcast, but my cousin did, and they had Sonic Adventure 2 on it. And I remember from what I saw that Sonic Adventure 2, the Chao Garden was better, or at least it was cooler in the Dreamcast version. So I booted the game up, played the first level, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play, but I'm gonna pay specific attention to I want to get my hands on the Chao Garden. Because, again, I remembered it being better from what I saw. Or at the very least, the Hero Garden and Dark Garden were a lot, shall we say, cooler in that version. Because you can look it up. Like, I'm pretty sure there's, like, videos or images of them online. But for some reason, like, I mean, even there were some subtle differences to the normal Chao Garden in the Dreamcast version. Most of them are, like, minor aesthetics, like some coloration and whatnot. But they're still there. But as alterations to the Light and Dark Garden are significant. And again, I always remembered liking the Dreamcast version better, so I'm like, yeah, I should have blown both those up. So I'm like, yeah, maybe I do want to play through Sonic Adventure 2 with that, if for no other reason than it'd be fun to raise Chaos in this, shall we say, perceived better version of the Chao Garden. But anyway, like I said, I got there and actually kind of started walking around in the Chao Garden, and I'm like, oh, yeah, Hero and Dark Chow Garden are definitely better from an aesthetic standpoint in the Dreamcast version, but I don't actually think it's better. Because, I mean, again, it's important to bear in mind, I haven't seen the original Dreamcast Chow Garden since I was super little. And, I mean, because this was back when, like, the GameCube and PlayStation 2 and all that shit were the current generation of consoles. Because I don't know if it's, like, maybe it's a faulty emulation or if this is just really how it's always been, but it doesn't display your Chow's stats. Like, just when you pick them up or interact with them, how it shows what their stats are in this version. You don't get that in the Dreamcast version. There's a way for you to name your Chow. I couldn't figure out how to do that, which kind of sucks because, I mean, sure, as a kid, I just let the fortune teller name all my Chow for me, but as a kid, that was also part of the fun. Just kind of seeing what the fortune teller would come up for you this time around, you know? There was no black market, which I actually kind of knew about. Like, because I remember my older brother telling me that feature was missing, meaning that there wasn't... If you could spend your rings on something, I'm not sure where or how.
That wasn't so difficult.
Let me think. What else was different that kind of surprised me? Oh yeah, you can't take your chows to the doctor and he won't give you like a bit of information. Like, here are all your chow stats and what they're good at and what they're weak at, etc. So honestly, I'm like, maybe I don't actually want to do, mess around with the Chow Garden in that version of the game. But yeah, so we got the Dark Garden, we got the Hero Garden. I'll show you what those look like for those who haven't played this game, but first let's drop our bounty in here. So we've got all 4 Chow in here. So here we have Muffin. Muffin grew up to be a Hero Swim Chow. Here's one of the new Chow that I got from unlocking the garden. Here's Indange. He is a normal Power Chow. Here's Pitto. He became a Dark Swim Chow. And despite my best efforts, because I was trying to make them a Run Chow, we have edgelord, who became a normal Swim Chow. And I'm like, what the fuck? What is with all the Swim Chows? So like I said, I wasn't actively trying to do that. I was genuinely trying to make edgelord a Swim Chow, or a Run Chow. But, whatever. In my opinion, of the 4 main Chows, what's it called? Swim and Run are the 2 most practically useful Chows for the racing, since so much of the race courses involve swimming or just running. I mean, running more than anything else is one of the best to have for sure. I mean, because, like, the case in point, as a kid, I had my main Chow that I raised was a Run Chow, and my friend, who also was really into this game, he raised a Power Chow. And don't get me wrong, especially in Chow Karate, my Chow kept getting its ass kicked, but in most of the races, my Chow usually came out on top, just since there was a lot more distance to cover on foot than there was, what's it called? Distance to cover on foot rather than, like, walls to climb and trees to shake. Oops. Sorry, I was trying to... Well, nope. I was trying to make sure I got the parrot wings, because I really like the way those look, but oh well. Like I said, we'll see if this throws me... Okay, yeah, it's going to throw me right back into the game, so I'll have to show you that later. I'll have to show you the other gardens later.
With the Chaos Emerald in the Space Colony Ark.
You know, I always kind of like to think that that little circle on the ground is meant to be like one of those cushioned mats you often see in kitchens to help, you know, chefs' backs not get sore from standing in one spot all day. Oh.
Mysteriously, the only thing that was stolen was the Chaos Emerald.
Chaos Emerald.
According to eyewitnesses at the scene, the suspect was identified as the world-renowned hero, Sonic the Hedgehog. The suspect was seen fleeing the scene, destroying the reserve's guard robots.
Because, yeah, no, totally.
More like the work of Shadow.
Yeah, because it's not like they don't look... Other than being hedgehog... I mean, okay, look, I get it. If Shadow is like... Or if Sonic is like the one and only superpowered hedgehog in this universe, I understand why they'd assume this was Sonic. But, come on, Shadow does not look that much like Sonic. Ugh.
Shadow, I beg of you, please do it for me. For all the people on the planet. Sayonara, Shadow the Hedgehog.
I still remember what I promised you. For the people of this planet, I promise you. Revenge!
Such an edgy line. Ugh, jeez. I absolutely stand by what I said in the last stream. I hate Shadow in the games. He is just your cliche... Again, I know he's your cliche edgelord. He's just all brooding and full of soul pain. Like, in many respects, I'm like, yeah, edgelord, my character is 100% a mockery of Shadow in particular. I mean, yes, edgelord happened due to just kind of an offhanded joke that was made while I was streaming Biomutant. I acknowledge this, but let's be real. I kind of feel that Shadow is very much responsible for solidifying the idea of how we perceive edgelords nowadays. I mean, don't get me wrong. I would argue that edgelord, my character, was made more specifically to make fun of, like, D&D edgelords. Okay, I don't have the light dash, so I can't go that way just yet. Oh yeah, so for those who don't know, this is the first appearance of Radical Highway. This is one of the most, I think, of all the Shadow levels, this is the most revisited out of all of them. Like, it shows up a ton. Like, Muffin shared me, like, a YouTube channel that does, like, Sonic, like, redubs to make them humorous. And one of the videos was just making fun of how frequently Radical Highway gets reused. It's like, by the sound of it, it's like one of the most reused Sonic the Hedgehog levels after Green Hill Zone. Now again, I like Sonic the Hedgehog, and I do consider myself to be a fan to some extent. But by other extents, I don't, just due to the simple fact that, let's see, I played some of the original Genesis games when I was a kid. Then what's what I'm looking for? Even then, I didn't own them. I went to a friend's house and played them. Like, in many respects, this game really, it was my proper introduction to really playing Sonic games, you know? Because then I played this, I played the DX remake of Sonic Adventure 1, played Sonic Heroes, rented Sonic and the Black Knight, Sonic and the Sacred Rings, and Sonic Unleashed, and gave those games a try back in the day. But, and then I don't think I tried a new Sonic game until Forces, because I was just so underwhelmed by all the Sonic games after this one, and kind of speaking heretic here, but I never really liked the Sonic Boost era that much. Because I never really liked the whole just go fast, go fast, go fast, go fast. It was just too much for me. Like, I think I could handle it in Forces, because Forces is not that good of a game. So it's like, even though you can boost a lot, it's slow enough that it doesn't overwhelm me in a sense. Yes, I know. Oh dear. The fact that I find the Sonic games a little too much to keep up with, it's like, I'm the problem here, not the Sonic games. I'm the basic bitch. Interesting. So in Sonic's first level, the mystical animal is a unicorn, and in Shadow's first level, it's also a unicorn. I don't really know if that was intentional, and I don't think that means anything whatsoever, but because I've obsessed over Chow raising more than anything else in this game, I don't know. That's something that I pay attention to. Should I be paying attention to it? No, probably not. Absolutely does not matter, but fuck it. That's what I pay attention to. Again, I understand, like I said, I'm pretty sure the Chow Gardens were introduced as a way to try to either capitalize on the hype of Tamagotchi earlier in the decade, or to capitalize on Pokemon. But despite that, I'm genuinely shocked the Chow Gardens have never come back in any of the Sonic games after this one. I mean, because it's not like some of the mechanics, like, oh, what's it called? It's not like, you know, the Knuckles or Tails levels that didn't go over super well. It's like, no, the Chow Garden's the one thing from the Sonic Adventure era that is universally loved across the board. Edgelord's now the Unicorn Wizard. So, ironically, as a kid, in our very first Chow Garden, so my favorite character in Sonic as a kid was Knuckles. And don't get me wrong, Knuckles is still one of my favorite characters, but I don't, you know, honestly, I'm not 100% sure who I would say is my absolute favorite Sonic character anymore. I said it was Espio for a while, but I don't know if that's still the case. But either way, as a result, whenever I was actively trying to raise the Chows, I usually played as Knuckles, not really understanding how the affection system worked for making the Chows hero Chows versus neutral Chows versus dark Chows. And like the very first Chow that I claimed as mine on our memory card, it had like the big toothy grin. So I thought, ooh, this would be perfect to make a dark Chow. So that's actively what I tried to do. I thought all you had to do was feed it dark fruit. So that's what I did. But then, shock of all shocks, because I almost exclusively raised this Chow with Knuckles, one of the good guys, well, fuck me when it turned out that, oh, he's actually a hero Chow. Okay. I'm like, but I fed him all the dark fruit. Why did he become a hero Chow? Again, I think the irony there is not that he became a hero Chow, but somehow, again, despite the fact that I was playing this game the most as a kid, but, you know, despite me playing this game as much as I did, and almost exclusively raising everyone as Knuckles, like I said, Sunshine's main Chow, along with, like, one other, still turned out to be a neutral Chow. Which is like, how'd that happen? Sorry, Muffin. There. Both of you have a fruit. Enjoy it. I don't know. Again, like I said, I was actively doing my best to make edgelord a run Chow. And I mean, I kind of get why both Muffin and Pitto turned out to be swim Chows, since I gave them plenty of swim. Since, you know, with Pitto and Muffin, I was just giving them the basics that they needed for, well, I mean, okay, Muffin got a bit more, but just wanted to give them the basics so that they could learn how to swim and learn how to walk. But in edgelord's case, and by doing that, because you need to get 100 points in swim versus just 50 in run, but, like, I know you didn't really see until after I've given edgelord a bunch of other stuff, or edgelord a bunch of stuff, but yeah, I was actively trying to make edgelord a run Chow. That was easily their highest stat, but I don't fully get how the scaling works on that sort of thing, you know?
What?
Now, I know we already saw this cutscene last time, and I do want to skip repeat cutscenes, but I don't remember if this cutscene is a little different, so I'm not going to skip this one.
Now I know what's going on. Military has mistaken me for the likes of you. So, where do you think you're going with that emerald? Say something, you fake hedgehog!
Chaos control.
You know, I am kind of amused that the Sonic movie completely excised Chaos Control in favor of just letting Shadow teleport.
Using the Chaos Emerald to war.
Shadow. I'm the world's ultimate life form.
Now, I don't strictly mind that, given the fact that if the movies decide to follow up on the fact that Shadow is a hybrid between, you know, he's a part hedgehog, part black arm alien, I don't mind them removing Chaos Control and just giving him the power to teleport.
I hate to say it. I guess I'm going to have to find that key first.
No, you don't say. Now, I admit, I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head, like, what the major difference is between this level versus, you know, the Knuckles level where we were breaking into Eggman's pyramid. I know there is a difference, like, but I just don't 100% remember what it is off the top of my head. Because they are still structured very similarly. I mean, like, this first room, it's like, again, this first room is identical. But I don't 100% remember how it differentiates itself going forward. Ouch. Well, I can say one difference thing is the fact that Rouge has to deal with, like, these seeker drone things.
It's gotta be close. Only two more.
Yep, one down, two to go.
This is the egg fish chamber.
You don't say. Would you like to state the obvious that water is wet and you need oxygen to breathe? And here we go. Pick nails. Because, you know, in order to distinguish her from Knuckles, she, like, digs into the ground with her feet. Don't ask me how that's supposed to work. I am not a physicist. I barely understand geometry. Oh, well, that's where that is. Good to know. Oh, that's what that noise was. I don't really think what I'm doing is necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway.
When scaling the walls, use E button to dig into the side of the wall.
Do. Oh, I think I somehow doubled back, but that's okay since it seems that
It's gotta be close.
you sure? I didn't see it. No, it's not in here. I don't see it.
Only one more.
I guess that's why I didn't see it.
Shoot. Shoot. Lucky.
Wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to be able to, like, dig through the wall, but I'll take it.
It's gotta be close.
No, it wouldn't be. Oh, dang it. I lost the electrical shield in favor of that. No. What am I missing here?
Shoot.
It's a very random place for it to be buried, but I'll take it.
It's all too easy for
Yeah, no, I think that's a fair ranking. So, for those who don't know, in this game, in this version of the game, and I think it's true in the GameCube version, the more emblems you get, the more items that unlock in the Chow Garden Black Market. So that's how you get access to more things, like different colored Chow eggs. Like you can start getting shiny color. So like in the Chow Garden or in the Black Market, you can buy like colored Chow eggs. You know, these are Chows that just remain one solid color and don't change colors in any way, shape, or form. But as more time goes on, you can unlock like shiny ones, or you can unlock, so actually I guess one thing I could show you, as of right now the game is just set to the default narrator, But if I wanted to, I could change it to any one of the playable characters to become the game's narrator instead. What else? Another thing that happens, at least from what I've seen, because, like, again, I played this game a lot in the GameCube back in the GameCube day, and I got, I don't know how many of the emblems I got, but I genuinely tried to get all of them. I didn't really succeed, but I digress. I was able to unlock for purchase. I had to purchase it. Omo Chow as the game's like the screen's narrator or whatever. I did also unlock the ability to purchase Amy as the narrator. I don't remember if I ever bought that one because as a kid I was like, ew, Amy.
Colony shut down over 50 years ago? What's he doing up there anyway? Doesn't matter. It's my mission to find out what he's up to.
As I breakdance in place for no good... Wait, is that a teleporter straight to there? Lost colony. Find a way to inside.
So this is the space colony arc. I have to locate the central...
And take a selfie there to prove I was there and upload it to social media. This... I remember having kind of mixed feelings about this level. Because it's very atmospheric with the, you know, lights turning on and off. But on the other hand, it's kind of annoying because you can't see. So, unlike the hero team, where like there are more levels as Sonic than anyone else, in the hero team, I'm pretty sure, or the dark team, I'm pretty sure there's more levels as Eggman than anyone else, and the least amount of, and there's Shadow has less levels than any other character in the game. That is actually a big part of the reason why I actually was able to get every single emblem on Shadow's levels as a kid, was because, well, I mean, there was less you had to do. So, I think I kind of mentioned this before. In the Genesis version of the game, if you got... Sweet. Jet engines. Well, in both versions of the game, the original and the battle version, there was a reward you could get if you got the emblems for every, all the emblems for a single character. In the Genesis version, or not the Genesis, the Dreamcast version, if you got everyone's emblems, it would unlock a new costume for them to wear in the multiplayer mode. Now, while those costumes do still exist in this version of the game, you only unlock them after you've, what's what I'm looking for, gotten an A rank on every single one of the character's individual levels. Because, like, if you've seen from the stage select screen, there are, like, 5 different variations on each level. So I need to do all 5 variations on each level and get an A rank on each of them. So, because those costumes are now locked behind, and again, those costumes are just for the multiplayer, unfortunately. So, because those costumes are now locked behind getting A ranks for everybody, if you simply get every single emblem for a single character, it unlocks an alternate version of, I guess it's a skin. So, I don't think this was in the original Genesis version, I don't know, but there's now, like, kart race tournaments you have to participate in to get all the emblems. Like I said, I don't know if that was in the original Genesis version, or Dreamcast version or not. So in this game, if you get all the emblems for one character, you unlock a new aesthetic for that character's race car. And as a kid, the first one I was able to unlock was Shadows. And that's just because, comparatively speaking, he just has less levels that you have to do in order to unlock his stuff, you know? And then the next one I unlocked was Eggman, because I don't think it was necessarily that he had less, but his levels were comparatively easier, at least from what I remember. I could be completely wrong about that. And then the last one I was able to do was Tails. I was never able... Hey, Big. I was never able to get Knuckles, Sonic, or Rouge's. Even though I remember I was like one emblem off from getting Rouge's, I think. It's just... No, okay, actually, I think what it was is that I was technically 3 emblems off. So if you guys remember... again, I know this... I'm playing one of the most famous games in the Sonic franchise, and I'm telling you about stuff like you haven't heard about it, but by the same token, I don't know if everyone here has played this game or knows about the ticks of this game, you know? So, I don't know, I want to be informative for those who aren't familiar with this game, you know? But, you know, Tails, we had that kind of stupid kart racer bit. Well, Rouge is the dark character who also has a stupid little kart racer bit. And I don't know what it was about her kart racer levels, but I could never get past
That was too close.
one of the challenges you have to do on the kart racer levels is get through the whole thing without crashing into anything or without touching the walls or something like that. But because the time limit is so finite in that, I never could find that proper balance of going fast enough to win and not hitting the walls, you know? And then I'm thinking, I don't think I was ever able to do I don't think I was able to do Knuckles because the hard mode on his last level, I think like in the hard mode, I think it might have always spawned one of the crystals in a specific area no matter what. And I couldn't for the life of me figure out how to get up to that area. I think, like I said, I haven't booted up my GameCube version in years. Partially because the disc was wearing out. And partially because I just haven't had the urge to play this game in years.
I've been waiting for you, Doctor. Now, I will show the glorious achievement of what the world's leading scientist, Professor Gerald, has created. The Ark was
A
the
computer
first
that
space
looks like it's
colony
got a heartbeat.
built by mankind. Not many people know that the Ark contained a top-secret research facility where weapons of mass destruction were being created. This
Sacre bleu!
a weapon capable of destroying an entire planet.
Oh, so it's the Frieza ball thing.
Destroying an entire planet. Was this my grandfather's legacy?
But it's been deactivated for some time now.
And then he misses and it falls into the hole.
Large amounts of energy are necessary.
That's why we need the Dragon Balls.
Oh, so that's why we needed the Chaos Emerald.
Oh, no, I just wanted to bedazzle the control panel.
We need the 7 Chaos Emeralds. Once you have that, then you have the ultimate power of destruction to use as you please. And then, the world could be yours.
And we can have some margaritas, get some shrimp cocktails, maybe just catch a flick. You know, let's just chill. Let's chill on a beach and Watch Tommy Boy on repeat.
You really think it will be that easy?
Talking over each other.
I've got a great idea. How about making a deal?
I'm sorry, who are you and why should we care? At least that's
Have that huge
should be their reaction.
about a reaction that it may have with the Master Emerald. Now, if you could just let me borrow that radar, I may be able to help you. What do you think?
If I do, what's in it
I
for
have
me?
an idea where the
I'll-
other treasure emeralds
jeez.
may be. May not look like
Ugh,
it,
I
but
forgot
know
how
that I am a treasure
awkward,
hunter who
forced, and
specializes in all
not well
kinds of
recorded this scene was. Oh yeah, that's right. You just happen to have a Chaos Emerald.
Very well.
Okay then, it's a deal. I don't think we've been introduced. I'm Rouge the Bat, but you can call me Rouge.
You know, in hindsight, reminding myself just how much she kind of forces herself into the story, it makes sense why the Sonic 3 movie felt comfortable.
Having to come to my idea of a vacation. How can you be sure your intelligence reports are correct?
That's what I'm looking for. Was able to tell its story without including Rouge whatsoever.
Well, believe what you want to believe.
Well, I choose to believe in the flying spaghetti monster.
Let's discuss how we are going to do this. I will go in first and distract the military troops, allowing you to sneak in the base without being detected. Then, Shadow will enter the armory, where he will set the timer on these dynamite packs. Once that is in place, we will blow up the whole island and get
That
away
blows.
before anyone has a chance to know what hit them. Meanwhile, you'll have to sneak into the cargo area and grab the Chaos Emerald. That's a challenge for such a worthy treasure hunter as yourself, isn't it, Batgirl? We only have 30 minutes to pull this mission off, and we only get one try, so don't fail me.
I'm sorry, but we can't fail you any more than you fail yourself on a daily basis. Weapons base, rush to the military base. Kaboom. There's so many things to lock onto here. It's kind of nice with just kind of how sparse the locking on options were like in previous levels. It's just kind of nice. I mean, again, the high-pitched noise does kind of suck, but still, it's also like beep, 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 kaboom. It's oddly satisfying. This is just, I guess, what I'm getting at. It's also kind of nice that since you do play a lot more levels as Eggman, we arguably get his cannon and his jet boots or jet pack, whatever, comparatively earlier in the story compared to when Tails gets theirs. But I guess the other trade-off is that what few upgrades Shadow gets, he doesn't get them till way later in the game. Because again, Shadow just does not have very many levels, comparatively speaking. And I do know that, well, Shadow... One of the hardest levels for me when it came to completing this game was always finding the Lost Chow levels. Because, I mean, yes, internet guides were a thing when this game was new, but I didn't really start knowing that was an option. I know, weird, until I was a lot older. And even then, at that point, by the time I did start looking up answers online, I had largely kind of stopped giving a shit about 100% completing this game. So I've never really looked up that sort of thing, you know. But I could never find some of the Lost Chows in some of Sonic's and Shadow's levels. Especially, like, in, what's it called? Both of their final stages in space. God damn it. I feel definitely between this and Tails' level when he was sneaking into Eggman's base, really kind of show the problems that this game has in regards to camera and registering button input, you know? So it's like, it is amazing that this game is so as high regarded as it is, when it is just, I mean, I would, again, for the time, the graphics were fine, and again, the animations are way less awkward here than they were in the first Sonic Adventure, but also, I just also feel in many other respects, the controls and animation in this are just unacceptable, even for the time, you know? I mean, again, the fact that I'm having these issues, but I'm still gleefully replaying the game, clearly means I'm like, okay, well, the fact that I'm still enjoying this, that should be enough to answer my own question, don't you think? Oh, dear. Oh, right, because the checkpoint was in front of me and I didn't hit it because I wanted to go over and see what that was. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
Have you tried slow descents using hovering?
I've already kind of accepted I'm just getting an E rank, so I'm not going to really try too much. Well, fuck. I'm not 100% sure what's the best way to actually hit that, but I'm not going to try again just since I've got reset and back to this point so many times at this point. I feel like I should be like having a freak out like I did when I was streaming the first Crash Bandicoot game. And honestly, if I wasn't super nostalgic for this game, because like I'd never played the first Crash Bandicoot game before streaming that, or maybe at the very least it was still a new enough game for me. But this one I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I can't be too mad because I cannot. This game, Phantasy Star Online episodes 1 and 2, which is what I'm currently streaming for edgelord, if you don't know. Custom Robo, Tales Symphonia, the first 2 Paper Mario games. I can't be completely unbiased with those games because I just played them too much. They're too much a part of my childhood and just, in a weird way, my identity as a gamer. Because those games very much informed a lot of my opinions on gaming. Which, ironically, thinking about it, is arguably, I played Smash Bros. As a kid just as much, if not more, than some of those games. But just for whatever reason, I don't actually hold the Smash Bros. Franchise in as high of an esteem as these games, you know? At least not anymore, anyway. I don't fully know why. Well, I think the problem is that the competitive Smash Bros. Community kind of poisoned the well for me. Because, god damn it. Because, yeah, I get that Smash Bros. Yeah, Smash Bros. Absolutely is a fighting game. Ergo, it's competitive, but people took it too far. And just the fact that it's like, hey, you want to hang out and play Smash Bros? But it's always like, yes, but only if all items are turned off, certain characters are banned. I mean, okay, I understand why banning Meta Knight and like Smash Brothers Brawl was necessary, but I don't know. It just, I know some people are like, oh, I hate items because it removes skill and it makes, you know, things more lucky because it's like, oh, a crappy player can just pick up the home run bat and then win. I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of the point, because I always felt that Smash Bros. Was more of a game, like a chaos party game that was also a fighting game, you know? And I think it's also a similar reason why I've largely stopped enjoying playing, like, Mario Party. Not entirely. I do still, as a whole, enjoy Mario Party. But I gotta play it with the right people, and I really gotta go in with the right mindset. And I'm also very much of the opinion, like, if we're gonna play Mario Party, I have no interest in engaging in smack talk, because that just, in my opinion, puts everyone in a bad mood. Or, well, it puts me in a bad mood, and I'm not playing a game to be upset. I'm playing games because I want to walk away feeling kind of good. There. I feel like giving edgelord a Phoenix is appropriate, since they're constantly dying and reincarnating, if you know what I mean. Oh, let me... oh, sorry. Excuse me. I feel giving edgelord a Phoenix is appropriate. By the way, I'm thinking I will probably do some of the races in karate on stream, just depending on how quickly I beat the game, and I don't know, just to kind of justify why I'm spending so much time here, you know?
Okay, everyone ready? Shadow, Rouge, on with the show.
Oh, Sonic! I thought I'd never see you again.
Okay, seriously, Amy, you, of all people, have no excuse for making this mix-up. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm sure a big part of it also factored into the fact that I was just a boy who's like, ew, I don't like girly characters or whatever. But the games did not do a lot to endear Amy to me. I think, like, the first time I can say I truly liked Amy was in the Sonic Boom cartoon, because she had such a distinct personality that wasn't just Sonic, you know? And look, I get that a big part of Amy's character has always been that she's a Sonic fangirl, and that's not in and of itself what I'm taking issue with. I'm taking issue with the fact that it seems like she doesn't have any other personality when Sonic's not around. That's where my hang-up comes in.
I'm in position, Doctor. Tell me when. There's been an unexpected delay on my end. There's no more time to waste. Set the timer for 15 minutes. Let's go, Rouge.
5 minutes should be plenty. Here I go.
Yeah, I don't much care for this level. I mean, it's not Rouge's worst level by any stretch of the imagination. It's anything. It's one of her levels that... Yeah, okay, my least favorite Rouge level is her last level. So this one is acceptable. Oh, hi, Chaos Emerald.
Only 2 more.
But yeah, I think it's more the time limit gives me anxiety, you know?
It's gotta be close.
Where is it? I didn't see it. Oh, there it is.
Only 1 more left.
Nice. Yeah, I think just no matter what, sadly, time limits always give me anxiety. It's... So, I played the first Pikmin game, like, okay, I had tried it at a friend's house when when Pikmin was still relatively new. But the fact that the first Pikmin game had a time limit, even if it's a very generous time limit, was just too much for little kid me to handle. So I never actually sought out owning and really playing the first Pikmin game. So getting the Pikmin collection for Christmas this year, it's actually the first time I ever did play the first Pikmin game. And Despite the fact that I'm an adult who's got a much better idea of how to be thrifty and efficient, that game still gave me anxiety. So I doubt I'll ever replay the very first Pikmin game again. But yeah. There it is. Yeah, I see it. But it's another reason why I always, even though I love Majora's Mask, it never can be one of my favorite Zelda games. And yes, Majora's Mask is not...
How was that?
Oh, shit.
Perfect? Like me?
Nice. But it's because the fact that Majora's Mask has a time limit, even if it is, again, a plentifully generous one, I'm always freaking out because it's like, I mean, heck, let me phrase it. It's not even that it's plentifully generous, but it's the fact that you have the ability to reset time, so you never really have to worry about running out or whatever. It's just the fact that I'm like, okay, but if the timer runs out before I beat the dungeon, then I'm going to have to start everything over, you know? And that just, does not leave me a happy camper. Oh, that's right. No, I think actually the condor wings, I think, are my favorite chow wings. Here, go for a dip. It just seems so wrong to me. Like, again, it's part of the reason I wanted to make edgelord a run chow. Because edgelords, again, if you go back to their edgelord's original life, they can't swim.
I can't believe I've come this far just to fail.
I can. Alright, let's bash our G.I. Joes together again. Because, yeah, again, just looking at the human model inside this robot, it really does kind of look like an old school toy. That, you know, like the character is always, like the little toy figure is always like in the sitting position. Because it exists solely just to put it inside the vehicles that were like the main selling point of the playset. Although I will admit, I always did find this fight much more interesting than fighting like the similar looking enemies that both Shadow and Sonic do at the end of both of their first levels. And I mean, yeah, admittedly, because Rouge can climb walls and glide, it's easier, but it's still more fun in my humble opinion.
Problem? I can't believe that I'm trapped inside this locked safe with a Chaos Emerald. I guess I won't be able to call myself a treasure hunter anymore.
Eggman Ba-Bomb. Emo flashbacks. Soul pain. PTSD for the win, I guess. White jungle. Cut through the wait, that timer said I had less than 10 minutes. So, this is not accurate to the imagery that I have been shown. I have been lied to and deceived by my video gaming. So I don't definitively remember if like going that way is actually better in any way, shape, or form. It just, after I discovered I could go that way, it just kind of became tradition. It's like, I gotta go the alternate route because I gotta feel Smarticus for finding something that's not the way that the game naturally shows you how to move forward or whatever. I'm trying to remember if I get a shadow upgrade, or like when I get the very first shadow upgrade, because again, besides the fire ring, I don't really remember, like, I don't remember how many other upgrades he gets, because again, Shadow has the least amount of levels compared to every other character in the game, because, like, you know, Sonic gets the bounce bracelet, Shadow doesn't get anything like that. Sonic gets the magic hand, Shadow doesn't get that. Because, like, almost every other character in this game gets an equivalent up, like, they either get the exact same upgrades or at the very least an equivalent upgrade, if you know what I mean. But again, not Shadow. Sonic does get more upgrades than he does. So again, like I mentioned, the bounce bracelet, the magic hands, but yeah. The only ones I definitely remember that Shadow gets is the fire bracelet. Yep, no. Is the fire bracelet, the Mystic Melody, but that's because everyone gets the Mystic Melody, because that's... Oh yeah, and the Light Dash. Yeah, he gets that too. And I don't remember if he gets the... What's it called? The... I never used it because it's a very effective way to get yourself killed. But I got an ability with Sonic that if I kind of charged up a spin dash, Sonic would kind of like gather light particles, and when it was done, I could unleash it, and then Sonic would like just fly around and hit every single enemy in a line. The problem is, it never really worked properly, and like I said, it was a very easy way to accidentally cause yourself to go flying off the edge of the level and die horribly, which is part of the reason I really never use it. Plus, with how long it takes to charge, it's not exactly efficient mid-level. I don't think I got a single thing to give to the Chow, so I didn't strictly need to come here. Or I don't strictly need to go to the Chow Garden, but oh well.
Too easy for me.
You know, I'm surprised, given that this game did have an emphasis on both Shadow and Sonic, that the emblems in this game aren't a combination of Shadow and Sonic. And like I said, I don't... just some drives. So yes, I'll take the opportunity to show you what the other gardens look like, at least this one. So here's the Hero Garden. And if I remember correctly, so like, this one was pretty different from the Genesis version, or the Dreamcast version. So, if I remember correctly, what had happened here is that there was like a river that ran down here, there was a bridge that ran over it. I think it may have ran over here too, and I think there was like even an island you can go out onto. But no, it's just this, and I think it's fine. I think personally, of all the gardens in this game, this one's probably my favorite. Because A, it is definitely the most pretty to look at. Even with the changes from the Genesis version, I think it's got some of the best space allocation. That being said, because it's got some of a lot more nooks and crannies that Chows can hide behind, it can be a little frustrating when you're trying to find a specific one. But yeah, I think this one is my favorite garden in this game. Another reason why I do like it so much is that the music is pleasing. Like, honestly, I think the Dark Garden would be my favorite, but I don't like the music very much. And so it's...
That blue hedgehog again, of all places.
I mean, again, it's not supposed to be calm and soothing, but it's like, if I'm going to spend hours raising my Chow in here, I want music that I can enjoy and feel calm listening to. So, the normal garden and the Hero Garden's music is just more indicative, at least in my opinion, of just enjoying spending
Tough to hang out with the likes of you.
Yep, just be a smug prick.
Shadow, what are you doing? Hurry and get back here right now before the island blows up with you on it!
Blows up?
So if Rouge was trapped in here, how did Shadow get in?
Control!
So why did that ship? I mean, I'm assuming that's a ship. It looks like a battleship to me. I could be wrong. How did it blow up first?
Shadow, what do you think it's like on Earth?
The professor said his life's work was dedicated to all of those who live down there. He once told that the reason for his existence was making people happy through the power of science.
Science.
Maria, I just don't know anything anymore. I often wonder why I was created.
I often wonder why I'm such a popular character when I'm a one-note edgelord.
Down there, I will find the answers. Maybe. Maria.
Why so melancholy?
Because I like melons, dang it.
That was so unexpected. So unlike you, Shadow, to come and rescue me. But your ability to use the chaos control certainly comes in handy.
You know, I didn't come to save you. I came back for the Chaos Emeralds.
I mean,
Yeah,
he's
but then again,
got a
that's
point.
not the whole story, is it?
Everything is ready to go!
Are you sure? We only have 6 of the 7 chaos emeralds, you know?
I can count,
More
bitch.
than enough for the demonstration. So let's get the show on the road.
Now, I know for a fact this is the exact same cutscene as before, but there's another cutscene that plays right after this one, and I'm worried that if I skip this one, it's going to skip that one too. So I do apologize, you're going to have to watch this one again.
Greatest empire of all time!
Eggman's face! And, well, quite frankly, the world's now fucked since, with half the moon being gone, the gravitational field that it exhibits would now be altered, and that would have a very negative adverse effect on the world itself. I'm pretty sure I already made that joke last time.
Well, that was really impressive.
I'm pretty sure I already made that joke last time we saw that cutscene, but
Planet and can do as we choose.
At this rate, the cannon will take too much time to charge up.
that's
If
what
you
I'm looking
wanna
for.
unleash its full potential, you'll need all 7
It's a
chaos
stupid plot point, and I really feel like I need to beat it into the ground.
Something happened?
Our threats fell on deaf ears.
Look at you, throwing a tantrum like a little kid.
Yeah, I'm just gonna throw this out there. We don't, from a visual standpoint, it doesn't appear like it fell on deaf ears, you know?
Here you go. I found this.
Why didn't you show me this before?
Be-
Station Square saved from a life-threatening missile attack.
That's right.
Awarded its famed prize to the boy who saved
Oh yeah, so that's, so Tails' last level in Sonic Adventure 1 it's referencing that. What I also find kind of funny is that
Soon enough, Maria.
something I do actually find kind of funny. Oh,
Reporting. Currently, I have not been able to confirm if Shadow is the ultimate life form or not. I will continue my research on Project Shadow and have a follow-up report very shortly. Just a reminder, don't forget about my jewels.
you know, I'm also going to throw this out there. Spoiler, I guess. She's actually working for the president. That has no bearing on the story whatsoever, and it didn't really need to be there, and I think it's kind of dumb.
I'm picking up a signal from the airlock. Fox Boy, wait for me!
One thing I do find kind of interesting about, what's it called? The whole, oh, they rewarded Tails with a Chaos Emerald for saving Station Square, but I'm like, but after Tails saves Station Square, they all get the Chaos Emeralds anyway, or at the very least, Chaos gets them, so yeah, I don't know. Especially since it's like, over the course of both of these games, Tails started Sonic Adventure owning the purple Chaos Emerald, then gets the green one, or not the green one, the red one, and then I guess was awarded the yellow one? Also, it's kind of racist to insist that Tails has got to have the yellow one, because he's yellow. Okay, the button placement for... I mean, don't get me wrong, the button placement wasn't amazing on the GameCube, but it was easier to press the boost button while keeping my finger on the accelerator on the GameCube version than it is on the Xbox version. I think that might have been like the choice of which buttons to use for the boost was just better. Decided in words. I can use them, I swear.
Wait a minute. Be quiet. Just leave it to me.
I mean, Rouge is voiced by Nancy Drew after all, so if you just leave it to her, she'll find your suspect. Dun, dun, dun. Again, as much as I hate these kart racing levels in this game, I do like the music that they have here. But yeah, these controls are too stiff for their own good. But yeah, playing this one again, I'm like, yeah, it was so much harder to do the whole, you know, don't hit the walls, don't hit the cars, or don't hit whatever it was. Just because Rouge's track is way, way, way bendier than what Tails did when Tails did his own kart racing sequence. I mean, again, the fact that I'm just kind of plowing ahead and I've only got like 20 seconds left, having to take your time in this to make sure you don't hit anything, you run out of time.
Shadow, They're in that blue flame. Spotted at 11 o'clock.
Copy that. I'm in pursuit.
I am actually very fond of this particular level. I think of all of Shadow's levels, this one might be my favorite. Might be. Yep, I remember. I did remember correctly. Oh, yep, and here's... This is Shadow's Ancient Light ability. Here, let me just show you what it actually does, since I never showed you with Sonic's. Oh, for fuck's sake. And this is kind of showing why I almost never use that ability. You know, I wonder, like, I can't prove it, but I actually wonder if, like, the Ancient Light ability was meant to tie into, like, to call, oh shit, from the, hey, I didn't fall to my death, assholes, because to call, when she shows up in, throughout the majority of Sonic Adventure 1, she is, like, appears as an entity of light. Ooh, teddy bear. Oh no, wait. Oh, shit. Well, I got the checkpoint. That's what matters. But yeah, you know, I also like the fact that we're very clearly on Pumpkin Hill right now. Because, you know, Knuckles could walk around here. But I like the fact that it's still completely recontextualized, you know? So it still feels entirely unique from the last time we were here. And it's much better than, say, something like, oh, Fire Emblem Fates, where you go to the same places just with, you know, opposing factions or whatever. Because, like, in something like Fire Emblem Fates, like, oh, well, the difference this time is maybe the floor is acid. I'm not even playing, like, a fantasy game, and I'm finding ways to piss on Fire Emblem Fates. I mean, that should just go to show just how much the hatred for that piece of shit game is just engraved into my very essence. Collect 180 emblems, and a big surprise will be waiting for you. Hey, edgelord, I got some bear meat for you. Yeah, I know you're a vegetarian, but just it's tofu bear. Yeah, I think edgelord could probably win a number of these contests, but like I said, we'll worry about that later. Especially since I also still need to show you guys what the Dark Garden looks like.
Doctor, they're heading directly toward us. What should we do?
Just sit tight. We've got them on radar. There's no way they can get away. I don't know what they are planning, but I'll be sure to give them a
Oh yeah, well, we just skipped over a huge chunk of the hero story.
That was pretty rough.
We did it! Let's go, Amy! Yeah!
You little thieves. Did you really think you'd get out of here alive?
Come and get some, Eggman.
Whoa.
Just leave it to me.
That was weird. Sorry, the stream randomly froze, but it seems like we're okay. I do really like this Eggman theme. Well, honestly, in general, I really like the individual themes of all the characters in this game. Because this game, Sonic Adventure 1 and Sonic Heroes, were some of the first times I actually went out of my way to go into like the music player in the game and just listen to the characters' individual songs because of how much I liked them. Oh dear. Yeah, and again, I'm sad I wasn't able to play Sonic's theme that played in the credits of the Heroes ending, but again, I really was just a little too afraid of getting copyright struck. I guess doing this is not as foolproof safe as I remember it being as a kid. Although he's almost dead. Got him though. So it works. Hey, you fool! You failed to stop it. Them. You know, it also just occurs to me, given the fact that we know they have a teleporter, why did Eggman have a rocket ship? Central Control Room, cannon countdown, 2 hours, 11 minutes.
Hi, Doctor. How's it going? What? What do you mean they escaped? That's okay. I will go after them myself. Can you tell me the password for the space colony control? Tricking that old doctor is just too easy. All right, it's time to get to work. The password is Maria. Maria, I've heard that name somewhere before.
Yeah, Shadow very unsubtly mentioned it in your presence. Because he's constantly brooding with his fucking soul pain.
This is it. Research Project Shadow, the ultimate life form. Let's see now. What in the world is this? This can't be right. Just what is Shadow anyway?
A game that not a lot of people liked when it was first released, but seemingly has garnered a fan base as time has gone on. Oh, shit. Alright. Full disclosure. This may be my least favorite level in the entire game outside of the kart racing stuff. It's because I unfortunately find a number of its mechanics unyieldingly frustrating.
Detector readings are reversed. Be very careful. I can't.
There we go. I knew we were going to get something like this. The iron bolts. Link called and he said he doesn't really want them back. You can keep them. So one of the reasons I find this level so fucking frustrating is because they're like different planetary bodies. Like what I'm on right now that you can go to try to go around, and then you kind of get stuck in their gravitational pull. Yeah, just as a whole, I just don't find it very fun. And this place is fucking massive.
Get the iron boots and use them to kick open the steel container.
There it is.
It's only too close.
See the red nails? Yeah, I don't know what that means between the red nails. Short meteorite?
It's gotta be close. Only one more left.
Okay, I'll take it. Very yellow. Yellow platform. Wait. Crap, I'm stuck.
It's gotta be close.
I kind of feel I'm like this meteorite. It's not that this meteorite doesn't have gravity. In fact, dare I say it's got low gravity, but it's got one of the stronger gravitational pulls on this level. Okay. Well, at least we were able to get through that with minimal pain. Kerchuk.
Guess it took a little too much time.
Oh. Oh, that stretch felt good. Yeah. Can we skip this cut? No, that's technically part of the fight, not like a separate cutscene.
Hunter, did you find my emerald?
Your emerald. Talking to you is a waste of time.
Hand over those master emeralds. Give them to me.
You know, I do find it kind of interesting that in some scenes or whatever, the characters in the opposite group are shown with their upgrades and whatnot, but just Knuckles here in this fight, he doesn't have any of the upgrades that I've gotten for him. But earlier in that, one scene leading into the boss fight, Eggman's boss fight against the Pharaoh statue or whatever, he did have them, but he doesn't here. That was easier than it should have been. Now, I know for the fact that there's no difference with this cutscene, so we're going to skip this one.
What's Rouge up to anyway? This is strange. It's showing energy readings from 2 separate Chaos Emeralds. Did they really think they could trick me with that big...
Oh, that's interesting that these two weren't on the arc yet.
I'm the one who should be telling them the end is near, not you. Now is the time to end this long drawn-out battle. Placing history as the ultimate genius. If something happens to me, I'm counting on you to finish the job. Hurry! The moment for attack has come. It's now or never.
Cosmic wall. Get to the go and go and confront.
The gravity is very weak, so try to go up by hovering. Get to high quick.
Now, I do think this is actually my favorite of all of Eggman. Well, then again, I gotta admit, I actually like a lot of the Eggman levels as much as I don't like this gameplay. But I feel Eggman's levels are definitely the more solid between him and Tails. And there are fewer Eggman ones that do annoy me like a shit ton. And this is one of them. And honestly, this this low gravity setting is a lot more enjoyable than most of the other stage gimmicks that have been in the Tails and Eggman levels. So definitely a plus for me. You know, it's amazing how many levels have, like, cheetahs and otters in it. I never really... Again, I know it's weird, given that I said, previously that I paid attention to Chow stuff like that, but I admit, just kind of thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think I paid that much attention to it. Or, I didn't... There are things that did kind of go over my head and escape my notice. I'm also surprised at how few, what's what I'm looking for? Flying, like, I just feel there's so few levels that have, like, the parrots, the peacocks, the condors, you know? Protective armor! And in my opinion, this just makes Eggman's suit, or mecha, look even cooler, so I'm very grateful to get that. Now, I think I'm now just missing Eggman's Mystic Melody, which I think I know where it is. I'm pretty sure it's in his first level, and it was behind indestructible blocks. But since we're not going for 100% completion, not getting the Mystic Melody is not the end of the world, since I believe for the most part the Mystic Melody is just used for the find the Chow objectives in each stage. Yeah, I remember my cousin was very annoyed that when like the chows that you found in those missions, you couldn't actually take them back to the chow garden and raise them, which, yeah, that's a fair thing to be disappointed about, because god damn it, we love ourselves some chows. Explosions and I don't remember what I was going to say, where I was going to go with this, but boom, boom, boom. Everything goes boom. Again, no, I really do enjoy this mechanic of, again, the gravity actually letting you go higher. It's fun. It's genuinely fun, and out of all of the Sonic, or the Tails and Eggman levels, this is the one that I find the absolute least objectionable. And again, dare I say, I'm like, yeah, it's genuinely, despite it not being what, people would expect from a Sonic game or Sonic gameplay, it's just, yeah, it's too fun of a physics engine. Then again, I know that after this game and then after, what's it called? Sonic 06, there was kind of like, for lack of a better word, a fear of letting you play as anyone other than Sonic or Shadow or just any character who could just run fast. And I'm going to kind of respectfully disagree with some critics I've seen who are like, we don't really want gameplay in a Sonic game that's not just going fast. Because again, honestly, I personally feel that something like this could have been made to be a bit more interesting, and the Rouge and Knuckles levels could likewise have been made a lot more interesting. Like, I'm very much of the opinion, had camera control been more of a thing, because the thing that really kills Knuckles and Rouge's levels, for me at least, is the crappy camera control. Since, again, this game was originally released on the Dreamcast, and it had way more limited options, again, for how you could move the camera. So, if we could get that same level style, but with modern camera control, I imagine it would be a lot better.
Darn, why do they always leave a sweet little innocent girl like me alone?
Well, well, young lady. Is there something I can help you with?
Mr. Eggman!
If you value your life, you will tell me where Sonic and Tails are. Let's take care of business first. Hand over the Chaos Emerald slowly, and then we'll talk about your girlfriend.
Oh, did you hear that, Sonic? He called me your girlfriend!
Handing over the fake emerald, I can kill
Okay, we're supposed to be experiencing this scene from Eggman's perspective. Why is he now hearing Sonic's inner monologue? Look, I get that this is basically the exact same cutscene, rinse and repeat, but I'm fairly certain we don't see the scene with Sonic inside the pod realizing he can use chaos control, so they're clearly removing things from this cutscene because Eggman is not experiencing it.
You know it wasn't the real one.
because you just told me, Fox Boy. Now, the space rifle clears the colony back.
I'm counting on you, Tails. Amy, take care of yourself.
Farewell, Sonic the Hedgehog.
See, because when we did it in the hero story, it cut to Sonic in the pod being like the same wavelength. So again, the cutscene's altered, so why did we still hear Sonic's inner monologue?
Sonic asked me for the first time to do something for him. I won't let him down. I won't give up.
If the argument is that it wanted to remind the players that this is a fake emerald because we didn't outright get an explanation that it was a fake emerald in the Dark story,
You've done to Sonic.
we get
I'll forgive you for this.
Eggman just flat out confirms like 10 seconds, like less than a few seconds later, that it's a fake emerald, and he knew that. Oh, jeez. Okay. That is something I do remember. Like, the dark fights are a lot more challenging than their hero counterparts.
When Tails comes close, or when you're behind him. I'll show you how powerful my cyclone is.
God damn it. It's like Eggman's super laser was much easier to avoid by comparison. Like I remember when we were fighting Eggman as Tails, Eggman would just fire it straight from wherever he was standing. But like kind of as we were seeing from
A regular hedgehog after all.
that, like Tails was like snapping to face my direction.
Chaos emeralds are collected. The power creates a miracle. I have 6 of them. They're mine. All mine.
I don't think so.
Shadow.
So that was your plan. Or was it a direct order from the president? Now I know who you are. You're that government spy, Rouge the Bat.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. If Rouge the Bat is if she's famous enough to be like, you're like the government spy, Rouge the Bat, I'm like, you've done a very piss poor job
It's my job
of being a spy, you know?
to take what's mine and get out of this place.
One pathetic creature.
Look who's talking. What about you? Here are the results of the research project called the Ultimate Life Form. But if this picture is of the real Ultimate Life Form named Shadow, then exactly who or what is standing in front of me?
I never fully understood the implications of this, or like, I guess maybe not the implication, but like the point of this. Since it is kind of confirmed Shadow is, because they're like the lizard is the prototype. It's not like it is the ultimate life form, you know?
Chaos emeralds where they are. The fake emerald is good enough for me.
Do you actually believe that you're the real Shadow?
No
Even
doubt.
your memories might not be real, you know?
This is such a stupid plot point. Again, I don't mind the idea of a prototype, but like Shadow being the finished product, but the way it's presented in game doesn't add anything to Shadow's arc, you know? Plus, it doesn't make a ton of sense how like the Ultimate Life Form prototype is a giant lizard, and then the finished product is a small hedgehog, you know? This could have been like a very interesting bit where they could have had like a character, like, I mean, I know we don't need another darker Sonic because we've got Metal Sonic, we've got Shadow in this game, but I think the Ultimate Life Form prototype should have maybe been like Frankenstein's monster type, hedgehog instead. You know, I just feel that there's other ways they could have gone about that. Yeah, also just playing through this again, I'm pretty sure that the Dark story is also way shorter than the Hero story. Camera! I think I saw like a platform down here. I did see a platform down there, but I missed it. Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, let's go out straight and drop. Okay. Okay, nothing down here. Ugh, the gravity in this game. Again, for the time, yeah, this was impressive or whatever, but yikes. It's one of the more poorly aged aspects of this game, in my humble opinion. So, I also remember it was shortly after this game came out, at least came out on the GameCube, along with discovering the really crappy show Sonic Underground, is what actually finally motivated me to make my own Sonic OC. Actually, wait, no, maybe it was Sonic Hero. Point is, just kind of thinking about it, like, amusingly, when, like, Silver was, you know, revealed as a character, I was pissed because my Sonic OC was a white hedgehog, too. But my Sonic OC was called Fade because I had just kind of discovered the whole the Flash's ability that he could move so fast that he could vibrate his molecules to pass through walls. So I thought, oh, that's a fun idea. So I wanted my Sonic OC to be a hedgehog who could go so fast that he could just fade through walls too. Also, ironically, well, not ironically, I was a fucking kid in the in the 2000s, but even before, you know, the Shadow game was made, I was like, I'm a hedgehog that uses a sword, or not a sword, a gun, but unlike Shadow, I had like, my OC had like a cool laser pistol. Then again, I think it's possible to get like laser guns in Shadow since you're fighting aliens. I don't know. Again, that Sonic OC was very, 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 very try hard, and your atypical awful OC of it's like, yeah, well, I'm like the main characters, but I'm so much cooler because I've got more fictional street cred in a fictional universe that's you know what I mean. Just like your atypical bad fan fiction OC, like, just, he was the definition of a bad OC. And I do think I made some other OCs. Like, I remember I had after discovering Espio, I made a chameleon OC. I don't even remember what his name was. Probably doesn't matter, since I'm like, if I remember correctly, he just kind of existed to be part of my hedgehog's entourage. So he wasn't a real character. He was just basically my OC fanboy, if you know what I mean. And then I'm pretty sure I made a monkey too, but I remember even less about that character. I mean, again, they weren't characters. Like, none of the Sonic stuff I came up with were real characters. They were just, I'm cooler than you, and I want to flex that, you know? Even if they were as interesting as a plain piece of wheat toast on styrofoam. Okay, I just realized I never got Shadow's flame ring.
Here we go.
Where do you get that in the story?
I guess I'm not at full power here.
Oh, I get on Radical High. Oh, I would have had to have gone back after getting the air shoes to get those. Okay, and I could have gotten Shadow's Mystic Melody in that final stage, but I didn't come across it, so I didn't get it. Poor edgelord, so tired. Alright, let's beat this story. I'm debating if I want to go back and get the flame, at least get the flame ring. Now, one thing that I also think is odd, this cutscene is exactly the same as the other one, except for the fact it cuts out where Sonic explains how he used the fake Chaos Emerald. And I don't get why they removed that, of all things. Because it's still a conversation between the two. You think they'd want to keep that detail because Sonic explains it to Shadow regardless of whose perspective you see it from. By the way, I'm not skipping this scene because I actually kind of like this. So I'm just going to let it play. I mean, not that it matters. It's kind of short, but... Oh, I didn't mention it when I was playing this before, doing this fight as Sonic, but this music is really good. Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Not good. You know, amusingly, I seem to remember back in the day, so nowadays it's just like Shadow's super form is just called Super Shadow, but I do remember back in the day was called Ultimate Shadow, just tying into the fact that, you know, Shadow is the ultimate life form or whatever. But I think they just started calling it Super Sonic after Super Silver was added, just for the sake of consistency. Dun dun dun. Okay. I'm gonna be switching the music off again, just once again for the sake of copyright. Oh shit, I'm dropping shit. I'm dropping shit. Okay, I can't hear the music, so we are good. So yeah, that's the dark story, and quite frankly, it's not very good. It's just there's too much emo moments from Shadow because it's spread out over more time, I think. What are they called? It's the story doesn't flow as well. Again, just playing it again, I've really kind of realized Rouge is arguably superfluous to the story. Like, she's clearly only here because they needed a counterpart for Knuckles. And since, you know, Tikal was a good guy and Chaos wasn't around anymore, plus, I mean, Chaos really only functions as a counterpart to Knuckles in this game's multiplayer, but still, I don't know. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate. I know you guys can't hear the music because they're playing Shadow's theme for this game. This is not. I think out of all of Shadow's themes from the 3 games I've played where Shadow has a theme, I mean, I'm sure he has one in Frontier, or not Frontier's Forces, but Forces is not that great. This is my least favorite of Shadow's themes. It's too atonal. It's not that it's bad. It makes for very good atmospheric music. It's just, it's not all that interesting. Because, like, I know that this machine is Team Dark's theme, not explicitly Shadow's theme, but I'm counting it as one of his themes. Was a song I always really liked from Sonic Heroes. Again, it's not my favorite from that game, but it was good. And then I Am All of Me from his solo game is unironically one of my favorite songs from across the Sonic franchise. I mean, quite frankly, like, as much as I rag on Shadow and joke about how much of an edgelord he is, it's like, honestly, oddly enough, I Am All of Me also kind of works as a theme for edgelord himself. I mean, given the fact that, you know, edgelord... Oh, did the sound... Oh, wait, no, it's because the sound is... Okay, cool. No, it's not that the sound crapped out again. It's that the game was completely silent for a while.
Chaos control.
Space desperation.
Supersonic
collision.
untamed power of chaos emerald.
Professor Gerald, the truth about 50 years ago.
Sonic Adventure 2. Last episode. Wishes are eternal.
Yes, but if wishes were fishes, we'd all have a fry. Okay. Sorry, I'm actually going to go grab the flame ring for literally no other reason than it looks pretty fucking badass on Shadow, so... I'm trying to decide if I want to go get any of the other upgrades or if I just want to just grab this one and call it good. It's like, you know, maybe I want to go get Rouge's, for lack of a better word, her scouter. Because that looks pretty good on her, too. There we go. Yeah, hold on. Where do I get that for Rouge? Oh, I need her Mystic Melody to get that. Okay. Oh, that'll be easy enough. Okay, that noise that the turtle makes has always annoyed the fuck out of me, if I'm being perfectly honest. Alright, where's that gonna plop me out? Okay.
Stage select.
So, security. We're gonna do this one just so we're not under time constraints, if you know what I mean. Alright, we're gonna grab some rings. Wait, I think I remember where they are, where this is now. Maybe? What the oops. Yeah, I did not. I accidentally closed. Well, at least closed it on my phone. Oh, right. So then, Mystic Melody to make platforms so I can kick it. Maybe I can kick it. Maybe I can kick it. There we go. I can kick it. Fucking bitch. Alright. Well, that's all the upgrades for Rouge. Go. I got all the upgrades for the hero characters just on my own time. So, let's see. Eggman. I think I've got everything for Eggman, except his Mystic Melody. Yeah. Oh, really? It's not... I don't get that here. I get his Mystic Melody here. Interesting. Okay, because I'm remembering there was like something on this first level that was blocked behind the iron crates, and I always just kind of assumed it was the Mystic Melody. But that's not the case. Maybe it was just... I don't know. No, I don't, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what that is then. Sorry, I guess just real quick. Let me show you the dark garden. So, yeah. This the dark garden. Like I said, I mean, okay, it's very edgy with like the red water and the dead trees with like the red nuts or whatever, but I don't like the music here. It's fitting. I want to be very clear about that, but it's not something I really want to listen to for hours on end, like I said. So, if I remember correctly from what I remember of the Genesis version, I think instead of this tree, there was like a mountain here that you could climb up. And then in here, there was like a cave that went back in, and then there was like some ground that you could climb out on. Like, definitely this garden was the most downgraded in this version. And I don't know why they made that change, honestly. And then there was no Chao Karate in the Genesis version. Like, I know that much. Here, let's just do edgelord or edgelore. You can do it, buddy. I mean, heck, your opponent can't even stand, so... Fight! Jeez, really? Edgelord, what's wrong with you? You don't even get the first kick in. I'm so disappointed. Well, at least it was a good kick. Match over. Okay, so is it pronounced Chow Ski or Chow Sky? I'm actually kind of curious. Fight! Do 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 do. I'm not gonna lie, I've always really liked the music of Chao Karate. And you know, and honestly, given just how I like do absolutely nothing in Chao Karate and Chao Racing, I have no idea why I found them as fun as I do growing up. And then you just kind of feel bad for the Chao that lost, because none of the Chaos are good losers in Chao Karate. Like, most of the Chaos are better losers in Chao Racing, but always with the waterworks here. You know, also, just, this is good music for the Chao fighting. Or for the Chao Karate. Nice. Choco. Ba-da-dum. Eggy. I love just the super excited Omo Chow in the background. One thing I've always been a little disappointed about is that the final round of the Chow Karate in every tournament, they have like some fun little animation like that. And as far as I know, it's not possible for your Chow to get an animation like that. And that kind of bums me out, because I just think that'd be kind of fun if your Chow could get a cool little unique animation that they would do to introduce themselves before the start of a match, kind of like a fighting game. I also do know that this Chow here, Happy, it's one of the few places you can actually see a, what's what I'm looking for? It's one of the few places you can actually see a Chow that's not yours that has animal features.
Stage select.
Okay. Story.
Select.
It's last story time. Last story like the Wii game.
What's going on? Why doesn't the cannon fire?
Because it blew up.
What's happening here? It's my grandfather, Joe Robotnik.
What's that? That vibration?
Wait, someone is coming.
You haven't given up yet?
It's all over for us.
What do you
I
mean?
just received a message from my boss. This space colony arc is currently approaching the Earth at an incredible velocity.
I'm sorry, with how close it was to the
probably
Earth,
will impact Earth.
if we were actually coming at an incredible velocity, it wouldn't take this long.
This is a death sentence for every human being on Earth. If my calculations are correct, the space colony arc will impact the Earth in 27 minutes.
Oh, these people are
53
horrifying.
seconds. All of you will be destroyed, along with your beloved planet Earth.
Yeah, again, if it was moving that fast, it would not take 27 minutes to crash to Earth.
Give you a taste of my revenge once all the 7 Chaos Emeralds are collected. Once I initiate this program, it cannot be disabled. All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel my loss and despair.
Is there anything else you want to say?
No. Ready!
What's going on here? Who is that?
I plan to give you a taste of my revenge.
The vibration's getting
once all the
worse.
Professor Gerald Robotnik, one of the greatest scientific minds in the world, and my grandfather.
What?
I knew you were behind all this. Stop it right now, or else...
I'd have done this a long time ago if I had the chance.
What do you mean?
You're pretty persistent for a hedgehog, aren't you? You're still alive.
Just letting Knuckles pilot the shuttle on the way over here was more dangerous than you could ever be.
What is this?
This is my grandfather's.
Okay. I mean, kind of a fair diss.
I don't quite know what happened or what went wrong. Was it a mistake to create the ultimate life form? I thought it would be something that would benefit mankind, but then the military guards landed on the colony that day. They were sent to destroy the research project that I had been working on. My colleagues at the research facility, my granddaughter, Maria, I hope you are all safe. The colony was completely shut down, probably to keep the prototype from falling into the wrong hands.
The Ark was shut down under the premise that there had been an accident. I found Maria's name among those who died when the Ark was shut down. She meant everything to me, and I couldn't bear the thought that she died because of my research. I lost everything. I had nothing more to live for. I went insane. All I could think about was to avenge her. Somehow, some way.
Revenge, the most pointless of causes.
Control my thoughts. All I could think about was that I wanted it all to based on my original projections. I was able to complete my project, Shadow. I designed its mind to be perfect, pure. I will leave everything to him. If you wish, release and awaken it to the
If
world.
you wish to fill the world with destruction... Oh, so that's why you released Shadow from the base.
The Eclipse Cannon is now highly reactive and explosive. This is because the Chaos Emerald is overpowered. If the colony collides with Earth, it will shatter it to pieces like my grandfather predicted. That mad science.
That should be you, right? We have to stop the space colony now.
Yep.
The space colony Ark position may have shifted due to the amount of energy given off by the Emerald. We have to stop the energy.
But how?
That's it. There is a way to stop the energy. We have to use your emerald. You're the one that told me that the Master Emerald has the power to stop the Chaos Emerald.
That's right. If I use this, I just might be able to stop the Chaos Emerald.
The reaction of the Chaos Emeralds is moving toward the cannon's core. It may be too late.
There still may be some time left. If we pull together, we might be able to get to the shortcut that leads to the core.
No worries. Just leave it to me. I'm the world's fastest hedgehog.
Let's get to work!
No time like the present.
System alert. System alert.
So yeah,
Intruder has reached the system area.
we now have like one
Debug program.
long stage of just everyone except Shadow trying to get to the core and stop the destruction of Earth. Whoops.
System alert. System alert. The intruder has reached the system area. Initiate debug program.
You know, why are there gun robots still up here? So that's just something I realized that I don't think it makes a ton of sense that there's gun shit still here, you know? That's it for Tails. I believe we now move on to Eggman. Yep. Actually, I just realized... Well, then again, it makes... So, I realized... I kind of said earlier that most like, Knuckles and Rouge, they get basically all the same abilities. But then I said it's interesting that Shadow doesn't get all the same abilities that Sonic does. But I just also realized Tails doesn't get the armor boost like Eggman does. And again, that kind of makes sense since you play as Eggman way more than you do as Tails, since he's the one you play as the absolute most in the Dark story. But yeah, no, I guess it's kind of interesting. And still, you play as Tails way more than you play as Shadow. Which, I don't know, I just still think that's a little odd. Since Shadow was the brand new character invented for this game, you'd think they'd want to feature him more. I mean, don't get me wrong, you could argue it's the Green Ranger from Power Rangers approach where rather than overexposing him, they actually underutilize him. And I mean, because that worked... Save me, save me, save me, save me, save me, thank you. I mean, don't get me wrong, that approach worked really well for Power Rangers, and people still really like Shadow for some reason, so it clearly worked here as well. I think Rouge is next. It could be Knuckles next, but I think it's Rouge. Now, this is definitely, in my humble opinion, the better, probably the best Rouge stage. Because, well, that sucks. But it's because instead of it being about treasure hunting or whatever, it's about finding something. And I just think that lends itself to being a bit more interesting using Rouge's control scheme, you know? No. Not quite.
Here he comes.
Okay, very random place to give me invincibility, but alright, I'll take it. Wait, there's Chao keys here as well? Really? Interesting. Huh, okay.
System alert. System alert. Energy core save program terminated. Self-repair program initializing.
Alright, next is Knuckles. And this is the reason why I was very much like, guys, you've got to make sure you get Knuckles' air necklace. It was so nice of that button to completely evaporate and erase all traces of existence solely to leave me an extra life, don't you think? Nope. Is there even anything in here? Or is it just this was still open from when Rouge was in here? I do not remember, like, at all what... I mean, I'm supposed to find something to open the security door, but fuck me if I remember where it is. It wasn't in here. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, if I use this, I can get through those lasers. Maybe. Knuckles would swim a little faster. Oh, no? I can't get through the lasers? Okay. Oh, okay. What else is there for me to do, though? Okay. Whew! Just made it. Okay, okay. I found it eventually. Ah. Freeze time. Just barely made it.
All right.
Now, I don't remember if this is a thing in this game because there really isn't as much opportunity to have a bubble shield in the water, but I remember in, I think it was Sonic 3 that I played with my friend a lot as a kid. The bubble shield gave you the ability to breathe underwater. Like I said, I don't really know if that's a thing here, again, especially since, come on, you can get the air necklace for Knuckles.
System alert. Primary security lock system terminated.
Because I remember from Sonic 3, each shield did something different for you. Like the Elect shield, it pulled rings in and it basically let you do a double jump. The Fire shield, I don't really know if it gave you any extra protection, but it was basically that game's equivalent of the homing attack. And then the Bubble shield, like I said, it let you breathe underwater, but it also let you do... Oh. But it also let you do, like, the bounce. Like what Sonic can do with his bounce bracelet in this game.
The area below the enemies has no floor. Be careful not to fall.
Damn it. Oh. I feel like I'm getting mixed messages here. Christ. Give me a checkpoint, please. Well, I made it, at least. Cost me like 4 lives, and I made it.
Barely made it.
Yeah, you said it, Sonic. Yeah, I don't think I really have anything to do here, so we're leaving.
Ooh, I hate it when they leave me behind. Look, it's Shadow. I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out, and so must I. Shadow, we need you. Please help us.
It's all going according to plan. There's no reason for me to help them. Besides, there's no way to save anyone.
There has to be. I know that people fight over the most trivial things. Some people may be selfish, like the professor said. But they're basically good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes. They always have a reason to be happy. That's why you should help them out. Saving them is a good thing. Shadow, I beg you, please do it for them. Give them a chance. Shadow, I beg of you.
Convenient for you to remember the full conversation.
For all people who live on that planet, give them a chance to be happy. Let them live for their dreams. Shadow, I know you can do it. That's the reason why you were brought into this world.
I really...
Shadow, the hedgehog.
Emo Winks.
Keep that promise. That's what Maria
Shadow?
wished for. I've got to go now. I have to keep my promise to Maria and you.
What do you mean, and you? That's always bugged me. Like, it was promised to Maria and you? What do you mean, dude? He didn't make a promise to Amy.
What's that? It looks just like the shrine of the Master Emerald.
Also, when did the Chaos Emeralds get brought down here?
Find the core like the shrine to harness the power of the Chaos Emeralds.
All of you ungrateful humans who took everything away from me will feel
Knuckles,
my
here it comes.
Yeah, this ugly, fugly fucking thing.
Could this be the prototype of the ultimate life form that was supposed to be encapsulated? Leave this one to me.
Shadow, what are you doing?
I'll take care of this while you run to get the Chaos Emerald.
And for some reason, it's going to take you the entire duration I'm fighting this thing to actually get to the Chaos Emeralds. The Bio Lizard. So, if you guys watch Sonic 3, which I highly recommend you guys do, a bit of an Easter egg I actually missed in the movie is there's a scene in one of the flashbacks of Shadow with Maria where they're watching like what's meant to be kind of like an old Godzilla movie, and the monster in said movie is actually the Bio Lizard. Again, I'm really glad the Bio Lizard was not in the movie. 'Cause I've never really liked this thing very much. Again, I appreciate its existence from a lore standpoint, but why did you go from a giant lizard to a hedgehog? I don't get the in-universe logic behind that one, you know? Also, the noises this thing makes, just in like, that's not a thing I'd expect a lizard to make. Halfway through the fight is going to get a little trickier going forward. Oh, yep. Here we go. I think it'll just be 2 more times. I've got him beat. Oh. Okay. Alright, one more and I got him. Oh, right. You just go right into it. Oh, yeah, right. Fuck with gravity. Please, 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 please. Whew. That was close. So for those who don't know, there is a slight possibility that after you beat the Bio Lizard, Shadow falls, he'll actually land into the water at the Bio Lizard's feet, and it'll sweep you away, causing you to get a game over mid-victory scene.
Servers are the 7 chaos. Chaos is power. Power is enriched by the heart.
I've always been wondered if
One that unifies the
this
only you can do this.
flows better in Japanese, and if this was like a direct translation. of what was said in Japanese, you know? Because it's just, that's never been particularly what was said there was not exactly particularly rhythmic, you know? Oh, wow.
Is that what chaos control is?
So I just looked at the, what's it called?
Stop the Chaos Emeralds. Why is the space colony still on a crash course?
I just checked the edgelord poll, and Pikmin 4 is not winning anymore. In fact, it's tied for second place. Now Metroid Prime and Zelda Ages and Seasons is winning. And Panzer Dragoon finally got a vote. Oh man, this sequence was the epitome of awesome as a kid. Like, I would go out of my way to just watch this cutscene on its own. And, yep, I do really appreciate kind of their version of this scene in Sonic 3. In fact, in many ways, I almost prefer the way it's done in the movie. Because this is enjoyably dated, but it's still... Oh, man, this was so epic as a kid. And then just... Something that I don't feel most other Sonic games have done well is I like the fact that the final boss theme is just the main theme of the game. And that could probably just be due to the simple fact that there are few Sonic themes that are as good as Live and Learn. Because in Sonic Heroes, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love What I'm Made Of, which is the song that plays where you fight Metal Madness. Or Metal Overlord. But it's not the main game's theme. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I prefer What I'm Made Of to the theme of Sonic Heroes, but it's like, couldn't we just get like an opening theme that is just so incredibly epic that it works as both like this? But then again, What I'm Made Of really is just such a singularly good theme. Now, this is definitely not the best final boss that I've ever done. I don't even necessarily mean in a Sonic game, because again, I haven't played enough Sonic games to really have... God damn it. I've usually not had this kind of trouble. Oh my god. What the fuck? Got him. That was close.
Can you hear me? Sonic, Shadow, everyone here is rooting for you. Good luck, and give them trouble.
Here I come, you creep. What happened? Wait, did it change its weak spot? I didn't know it could do that. It did change. I did. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh no. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Yep. We're gonna. That's a game over. Huh. I've not got a game over on this in a long time. The final hazard.
Sonic, Shadow, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What do you want?
Supercharge. Before your rings are completed, remember to change places with each other.
Well, I was kind of trying to.
Keep them busy for a while.
You know, also thinking about it, I just think another reason why Silver might not have been as well received is because it was such a big deal when another character got a super mode. So when they did it with Silver, it just kind of felt like, oh, again? I mean, because heck, even before Silver was introduced, we had Blaze that had a super mode. And I mean, I had heard in one of the earlier games, Knuckles and Tails technically had super modes, but I don't remember where I heard that from, and I have no fucking clue what game that would have been in if that was true. I mean, because I know technically in Sonic Heroes, Sonic's able to give Tails and Knuckles like a super aura, so they can fight alongside him in the climax, but that's not them with a super aura. That's just... Jesus Christ. Yeah, I do think... God damn it. I do think the final boss fight in Sonic Adventure 1 against Chaos is a better final boss fight, if you ask me. So hard to control. Damn it. Hey, Muffin. Yes, I am living and learning with this one. How are you, Muffin? No, I'm not okay. This boss fight is not the greatest design in the world. Oh, but there we go. Suck both my middle fingers, you fucking... Hey, you may be a bio-lizard, but hashtag you're not my bio-mutant.
Did you really think you had a chance?
Considering I actually gamed over on this thing, yes, technically it did have a chance. And they use Chaos Control too late, and they get hit by the space colony, turning their bones to dust. And by the way, last time we saw the arc falling, it was way closer to Earth than that.
Give him a chance to be happy.
Soul pain. I'm alright, we'll give it 3 p.m. though. Shouldn't have slept at 4 a.m.
Chaos control.
Yeah, I did not get like any sleep last night. I got like maybe 2 or 3 hours of sleep, if that.
Maria, this is what you wanted, right? This is my promise I made to you.
And Shadow died, and we never saw him again. You know, I do find it interesting that the movie actually chose to do... And Shadow dies. Allegedly. I don't know. Rest in peace, Shadow, and he was never seen again. I do find it interesting that the movie chose to do, like, the reverse of this, where it's actually Sonic that's power fails and he falls to the earth, and he has to be rescued by Knuckles and Tails, whereas Shadow's the one who's able to maintain his super form and keep pushing the Eclipse Cannon away from the earth. Honestly, as much as I don't want to suck Shadow's dick, I do think that scenario makes more sense. Also, I do find it funny that not Shadow or Sonic has one of Shadow's rings, because knowing what we know now about his wrist rings, if those had come off, he should have powered up and actually have been able to outshine Sonic, you know? And yeah, I am fairly positive Shadow was never supposed to show up again, in the same way like they introduced Gamma in the last game and then Gamma never shows up again. It's just Shadow was way too popular and they demanded he come back. Now, was never 100% sure. Is the Shadow that shows up in Sonic Heroes the original Shadow that somehow survived? Is he a clone of the original Shadow, or is he a robot of the original Shadow?
So what's next for you?
Because they don't exactly make that super clear in Sonic Heroes, where that idea is broached. And I don't know if, like, say the Shadow the Hedgehog game gives a more clear-cut answer on that one, but I don't know. I don't know. Personally,
You say so.
ugh, like, I guess I should be glad they brought Shadow back, because if they didn't bring Shadow back, we might not have gotten the Sonic 3 movie. And that movie finally made Shadow work for me as a character. But at the same time, I don't feel Shadow ever truly worked in the franchise after this game, because he was so shoehorned back to life, if you know what I mean. If I remember correctly, I think the Shadow the Hedgehog that comes back later is another Shadow. Might be wrong. Yeah, I don't... No, I'm in the same boat, Muffin. I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know if that is supposed to be the original Shadow. Because, like, what we see in Sonic Heroes, we see that Eggman / Metal Sonic is making robot shadows. Because, I'm going to have to turn the music down again just for the copyright. Which is a shame, because it's Live and Learn. It's the best song one of the best songs in the franchise, but since I don't have the gameplay footage playing over it, like in the final boss fight, I don't feel safe leaving this in the live stream, you know? Anyway, so you encounter like a crushed up shadow robot body after one of the boss fights. Then during the final cutscene of, let's see, copyright, get out of here. We're not doing anything, I swear. You know, excuse me. Then later in like the final cutscene of the Team Dark story, Rouge walks into a room with a bunch of shadow robots and capsules. Omega comes in, and Rouge has said, "Hey, Omega, did I ever tell you that Shadow was a robot?" And you know what? Never mind. And then Omega says something. You're familiar with the concept of cloning, right? So the original has to be around here somewhere. Now, I interpreted that to mean maybe Eggman has the original Shadow's body somewhere or something like that. But other people have interpreted that to be like Omega was letting Rouge know that the Shadow that was with us this whole time was the real Shadow and was the original. But I don't actually know what's correct. That's just what I've heard some people say, but I've never seen where they back that up from. I'm not sure where they're getting that from. I'm not saying that's not the case. I'm just saying I don't know what's real or what's correct, if you know what I mean. Shadow. Well, I got that done pretty early, so we've got at least about another 2 hours that I normally set aside for streaming. So, again, I'm trying to decide what I want to do. Since there is a game coming out later this month that I know I want to stream, preferably sooner rather than later. So I'm debating on if I want to even start another stream right now, or if I just want all my streams until that game comes out to be edgelord streams, and I just kind of want to hear your guys' opinion, I could boot up Sonic Adventure, the first Sonic Adventure, because I have that on my Xbox hard drive. Oh, Muffin, so here's Pedo. Oh. Here is you. Here is Endange, because I don't have enough room for Endangered. And last, but certainly least, we have edgelord. But yeah, I could just boot up Sonic Adventure 1, because that's not a particularly long game either, and just stream that for the next couple weeks. What do you think? Is that something you want to see? Or what we could do is, like, for the rest of the day, you know, I'm kind of curious. I've never actually... Hey, edgelord, we're going to go take a look at... Let's go visit the doctor, shall we? That's not what I meant. Medical chart. Let's see. And I did do one race with edgelord, just kind of on my own time, just kind of show Abby what these stupid races were. But yeah, let's... After so many lives, edgelord finally learned how to swim. He, I think he put the money that he got, you know, from all of his 2-for-1 sale on edges towards swimming lessons. I think, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna have edgelord just do 2 of these races just so they can be champion of one of those things, just so I can kind of say feel I've shown enough of this game, you know? And then maybe we'll just call that there. Again, I might... Yeah, I might just call the streaming early for today, or, like I said, I might queue up something else and play it. Maybe it won't be Sonic Adventure 2. Let's see. Let me double check real quick. When does that come out? Because I don't know Sonic Adventure 1 as well as this game, so I couldn't beat it as quickly. Okay. Okay, I'm thinking maybe what I will do is not do that, because Tales of Grace's F comes out on the 17th of this month. Meaning I would only have one day to stream it, to stream Sonic Adventure 1, plus whatever little time I'd stream today, before Tales of Grace's F Remastered was released. So I think I'm probably going to not do that. I mean, especially since there's a possibility I'm not going to be able to stream the next couple Saturdays anyway, just due to the way things are at work right now. Because I've been kind of asked to not make plans on my Saturdays, because, and I've mentioned this a few times, but because of just how behind and how serious the current job that we're working on is, we've basically been asked, it's like, don't make plans on Saturday just in case they need us for, to come in on Saturdays to get extra work done, so we can get, because we have to have this project done by the last day of February. Let's see, I think it makes more sense. Shadow was able to handle his Super Fort better, because if I remember correctly, Gerald built Shadow based on the murals in Sonic 3. Okay, and Knuckles there is Fort. Okay, the Battle of Supersonic and Eggman in Sonic 3, and so Gerald just based Shadow on Sonic. I think I don't remember specifically when I got this info, but it wasn't Sonic X Shadow Gen. Okay, that's good to know. But yeah. But yeah, edgelord was a champion at something. Again, I'm not going to subject you guys to more Chow racing beyond that, though, just because while it's definitely fun to watch your own Chow that you've raised, you know, work hard and whatnot, it's, I freely admit it is kind of dull. Anyway, Muffin, say goodbye to Muffin. Goodbye, Muffin. Actually, anything in the black market? Well, I don't know why I'm going to go check the black market, because it's very unlikely if I do play this game some more, I'm probably not going to be revisiting this file. Alright, goodbye, Muffin Guy. Okay. No, forces everyone to watch more Chow Garden. No, force everyone to watch more Chow Garden? Alright, if you insist. Let's do another race. Let's do the fly. Let's do the flying, because that's the one that... I think this is flying. This could be... Oh, wait. No, this is strength. Never mind. I wanted to do the one that edgelord's probably the least prepared for, but this is not that one. A bang. Look at edgelord's strong, swole muscles as they pull themselves, you know, hand over heel up that mountain. Hey, potential strength chows, I really want you to know that you were beaten by a swim chow that was supposed to be a run chow. Be ashamed. Your parents aren't going to love you. Guns, crazy. Omo Chow sabotaging one of them. Oh yeah, we got Omo Chow, you know, sitting off to the side with a sniper rifle, just shooting everyone in the knees as they're running by. Here's the flying one. All right, edgelord, you know about making stupid decisions, so I want you to just jump off a cliff. Let's go fly a kite, jumping and having a terrible fright. Let's go... Well, it might be more accurate to say let's go crash a kite. Come on, use your big phoenix wings! Motherfucker, edgelord, you didn't even clear the gap. I expect more from someone who's horribly underqualified for this competition. Dun 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 da 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 da. Yeah, I don't think edgelord was planning on this being one of their lives. I mean, heck, let's be real. I wasn't strictly planning on this being one of edgelord's. Edgelord 1, yes. All right, mushrooms. Let's go get some mushrooms. Okay, edgelord, do you see what all of these chows kind of look like? That is what you were supposed to be. But you decided, no, I'm going to ignore the well-established lore that edgelord can't goddamn swim, and you became a fucking swim chow. I am not going to let this one go. I'm a little amused by that. God fucking damn it, you miserable miscreant. Get off your ass. Yeah, don't go acting like it's okay for you to almost potentially lose. I didn't waste minutes of my time abusing a glitch to give you as much run as I could because shut up. Okay, so yeah, those are the basic Chow races. And as much fun as it would be to keep watching edgelord do that, I do want to show you, I do actually want to show you some more. Let's see, what's your favorite pizza top? Oh, my favorite pizza topping. Okay, I'm going to be a basic bitch here and say probably pepperoni. If not pepperoni, if we kind of say not that one for me. Oh, just in general. Okay. My favorite pizza topping is chicken and barbecue. I like barbecue. That's my favorite pizza toppings. Like, again, if I was going for... Oh, please tell me the Xbox isn't going to freeze. There we go. Yeah, don't get too excited about... So, like, the reason I'm reloading the game is I'm loading... So, the save file I've been playing off of is saved to my Xbox's built-in... Let's see, chicken and barbecue, huh? Never had that, I think. Yeah, it's a... Shall we say it's a very American... it's a very American pizza. But I first encountered it once when I was like 14. But yeah, so we've been playing off the internal memory unit. The other file that I have played a lot more is on my external, or not external hard drive, but just the removable hard drive.
Stage select.
Yeah, I can't pretend that chicken and barbecue's for everybody. But it's, let's see, very Swedish pizzas, banana on pizza. It's weird. I ain't judging. Okay, I actually haven't played this version in a while, so I don't actually know too much, like, what my chows here are like. I don't even remember who, like, my main chow is. I'm assuming it's not you, because you're here kind of alone. Yep. Oh, and it's another swim chow. I don't know if it was like something about the Xbox Live / PlayStation 3 version, but it just strongly made everything swim-based, you know? Yeah. Oh, wait, no, this is a run chow. Hello, Woody. So, honestly, back in the day, for the most part, I actually just kind of went with the default name. Well, not the default names, but the random names that the fortune teller would generate rather than name them myself, because... I don't know, there's just something goofily amusing about that to me. Okay, we've got... Hello, wow. I don't know, there was just something special about just using the chow. Let's see, this is Chucky. That the game auto-generated for you. Rocky, okay. Brady. Oh, okay. Who doesn't love swimming? People love swimming. Makes sense. Oh, that's right. I think what happened at this point is... That's Chai. I think what must have happened is either A, I never got very far in raising my chow, or what happened was these chow are on, like, their reincarnation cycle or something. So I can't actually do what I was planning on doing. Because part of me was thinking, I'm like, I've probably got a more extensive file, for lack of a better word, on this hard drive, but clearly I didn't actually spend that much time in here, so I can't really show you more of the other races by the looks of it. Heck, I'm not even sure which one of these was technically like my main chow. I mean... This one's definitely got the highest stats, but... Huh. Yeah, okay, I guess I can't really show you... I was gonna just quickly show you the biggest race, because again, I just kind of assumed I gotta have at least one chow. I'm gonna have breakfast plus dinner. Hey, enjoy that. Yeah, because I haven't done a single one of these races. Okay. Yep, guess not. Yeah, I guess not. It's not what we're gonna do. Yeah. My assumption, and it is just that it's an assumption, either I just never really put the time into this for one reason or another, or all these chows are on their second cycle of reincarnation, which is a very possible thing. Because, yeah, I mean, it's possible that they're on their second reincarnation cycle. But, let's see, I have more emblems on this file, so any so yeah, like I said, shiny eggs are a thing you can get. Okay, and then new hats you can unlock. Okay, but yeah, I am going to end the stream now. And I am not going to be starting another game. If I'm able to stream next Saturday, which I don't know if I'll be able to, I probably will just do an edgelord stream and just do 2 edgelord streams over the weekend. And then that way I can okay. But yeah, that way I can just jump right into edgelord, or jump right into Tales of Grace's F when that game gets remade, or Tales of Grace's F remastered. And I am sorry. So yeah. Real quick. I think it's here. Yeah, this was kind of what I was talking about.
Select the stage.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not sure when, but I'll see you guys then. Have a good rest of your day.